We're Brent and Amanda Link, and we are in this video going to be answering questions posed by biological mothers, birth mothers, to adoptive parents.
How did you initially meet?
We met in college in microeconomics, and then we met at that point, and then we had another class, environmental sciences, and she stole my phone and put all of her contact information in it, and the rest is history.
How would you describe your personalities?
Well, Brent is a little bit of fun. He's funny. He's out there, and but also
I didn't say anything.
he likes to have fun.
I do. Amanda is organized and very detail oriented.
Yeah, I do that. But I'm also fun.
She's also fun. That is true. I'm nothing else. I'm just fun.
You're more than just fun. It's just that's more of your personality. It's just like a
that's fair. Yeah.
A fun-loving teddy bear.
Yeah, huggable.
Huggable.
All right, next question.
How would you describe your relationship? What qualities do you admire in each other?
I think our relationship it's pretty what's a good word for it?
We're like Marshall and Lily from How I Met Your
Mother.
So
if you've ever seen that show, we're kind of like that. We're very lovey towards each other. But we get down to business when it needs to be done. So like with the budget, or we're very good at communicating with each other on our wants and dislikes and needs and likes, and I really like that. Yeah. I really like that what was the second part of that question?
What qualities do you admire in each other?
I like that he's a very good listener. He likes to listen to me talk because I'm a good talker.
I like that she lets me sleep when I'm tired.
Yeah.
It's accurate.
It is accurate.
Today I slept until 10.
He did.
I haven't done that in 8 years.
That is true.
Fantastic.
I just let him sleep.
She's going to be well rested for this video. Next question.
What were your childhoods like? Do you have any favorite childhood memories or stories?
I grew up in a small town. Yeah.
In the middle of Ohio.
But
all the way to the west.
Right. Family was really important. I was like 65 cousins. I can't give you a favorite memory because, I had a pool, and that was just like my entire memory. Like, I just swim all the time.
Really like this pool.
Yeah.
I did not grow up in a small city. We grew up in Dayton, me and my siblings. And it was a house of 4. I'm the oldest, so I have a lot of memories of bossing them around. And my sister's in the background right now nodding her head. I was kind of like a second mom. It was great. Yeah, it was, I don't think I have a necessarily favorite memory. Probably anything that we did with our grandparents, or at least my mom's parents. I really enjoyed hanging out with them when we were kids.
What are your hobbies and interests? What do you like to do in your free time?
Well, in high school I had a lot of hobbies and interests, and I still like all of those things. It's just that they're not a priority at this moment. At that time, I really liked theater and sports, and we played volleyball and softball. We did, schoolwork. Like, life was full of awesome schedules. Now, however, I mainly sit at home with my dogs and my cats and my husband, and we watch shows. We get kind of busy during the holidays with baking and family get-togethers and all that jazz, but during the regular year, we
remodel houses.
We don't really do a lot. We did do a couple of house projects this year, so that kept up some of our time. But other than that, I don't necessarily have a lot of interest in hobbies.
Yeah, I paint miniatures. Well, right now I'm in school, so I don't do anything. I'm getting my master's. But I play games, watch football, things like that.
Do you have any pets?
We have 2 cats and 2 dogs. Bear, Mater,
Are the
Vivi
dogs.
and Bianca.
Are the cats.
And they are 6, 5, 3, and 1, respectively.
Yes.
Do you have any other children? Do you think my child will have siblings in the future?
No and yes.
We do not have any kids currently. I'm unable to have kids, so this is our first venture into the world of adoption. But we do want to do it again. I've always kind of said since we got married that we'd have the first, or like we'd parent the first kid and then we'd kind of figure out where we stand after that. But I think after talking a little bit more, we do want multiples. We just don't know how many. Yet.
What do you do for work? Do you like your job?
Let me start?
Mm.
Okay. I work at CareSource. I am a data analyst, and I love my job.
I work at Speedway corporate headquarters and in Enon, Ohio. Woo. In their HR department. And I do like what I do. Or at least I like working for the company. I don't necessarily like exactly what I do. But it'll get better one day. I know it will. Gotta pay your dues. But yeah, it's a good place to work. I like it.
What are your work schedules like? Have you made plans for childcare?
Currently, we're both in kind of the 8 to 5 boat.
I have opportunities to work from home.
He does. And we've talked about different childcare options, such as me going part-time somewhere. And then my mother has offered to watch our children 2 days a week. We think daycare is a good option just for socialization purposes, as well as immune system builders. And, you know, they learn things there that we could never teach them necessarily. So we think that's a good idea as well, but we don't want them to raise our child by any means. We think like maybe 2 days a week would be good. Hence, me getting a part-time job would be a good option. Then I could stay home with them the rest of the time. Or one of us could go second shift. We have a lot of options. We just, depending on when exactly we end up finding a birth mother and they being due, will determine what option we end up going with.
True.
What is a typical day like for you?
We wake up at 4. We go to the gym for a half hour. We come home. I shower because I'm the smellier one. Amanda lets out the dogs.
I then make breakfast.
And then while she showers, I feed and pill all the animals. And then we kind of just sit and have a moment bonding before we go to work.
And then when we get home, we let the dogs out. We medicate and feed everybody. We
cook dinner together.
Watch some TV, maybe do some random things that we might need to do.
House chores, yeah.
Sending out Christmas cards, whatever it may be. Sorry, it's the Christmas season when we're filming this, so like that's what's on my mind right now. But yeah, that's kind of a typical day.
How do you usually spend your weekends?
Depends on the weekend. We typically go to my parents' house probably about once a week, once every 2 weeks. So that's typically done on a weekend. We do the more rigorous house chores such as mowing or gardening, shampooing, vacuuming. We'll go to random things such as maybe a date night or a football game or Mary and Alex's house. It's my sister.
Saturday we do a lot of chores. Sundays are usually pretty relaxing days though.
Yeah.
We try not to do too much on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
How did you know you wanted to become parents? What made you choose adoption?
Well, I wanted to be a mom ever since my sister was going to be born. I apparently had a baby doll and named it Mary after my mom's child that she was pregnant with. And I took her around everywhere. So apparently the parenting instinct was instilled young in me. But I've always wanted to be a mom. I've always wanted to have kids and be able to raise them. I feel like it'd be very, very fulfilling. And then adoption, we settled on that because, well, I can't have kids, so that's one reason. Right. And then what made us choose adoption over surrogacy or any other method was surrogacy is quite expensive. It also would pass down the genes that cause it so I can't have kids down to another person, which didn't seem like the best option. And yeah, anything else?
I wanted kids when I met you.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I'm stoked.
This is his stoked face.
Stoked. Sorry about earlier, I was petting a cat. Like, had to pet it.
Has adoption affected your lives? Do you know anyone who has adopted a child, who was adopted a child, or placed a child up for adoption?
My parents have friends who adopted both of their daughters.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And I mean, we didn't even know about it. Like, we knew that they were adopted, but like it never came up. Like, it was never a thing. It was just, you know, they were their kids, so we hung out with them.
Yeah. I know there is adoption in our family tree. We weren't directly affected by it, though. Though his immediate family does have foster kids. They've two of his 4 siblings have ended up with foster kids. Yeah. I don't think they actually ever adopted any of them, though.
No.
But
not to date.
Not to date. But yeah.
Have either of you been married before?
No.
Do you have any children from a previous relationship?
No.
Nope.
When did you first decide you wanted to start a family?
2016, roughly.
Yeah, so when all of this...
Well, when we got married.
So I had a surgery in 2015 to remove fibroid tumors. After that, they told us we could still have kids, just if we tried relatively quickly. We were getting married that next September, so we were like, well, can we wait this long? They said that shouldn't be a problem. However, by that time, they had all grown back, and in 2017, I actually was pregnant, but it ended up being ectopic, and after that, they took everything, which is fine. We're okay. We've been through many emotional enlightenments, and we're good now, but because of that, that's kind of what led us here.
What do you like best and least about your partner?
Oh, I'll go first.
All right.
I love how adorable she is, and like she gets really excited about stuff. I hate how that's a really strong
That's a really
word.
strong word.
But like, so when we fight, it's about stupid stuff like how to fold towels.
That was our first fight.
That was our first fight. How to fold towels. So
to
I
fold
do
towel.
half,
and it was
half,
like
thirds.
a year into the relationship.
Right, and she does half. Mine fit better on a shelf. I'm not saying I won that argument, but that's what happened. So anyway, sometimes she pushes on little stuff, but it's fine. I enjoy the challenge.
All right.
Good.
I love that he is always there for me no matter what. I've been through a lot, as you heard earlier in this video. And he's always been there for me. He's always super duper supportive. He's always knows when to try to make me laugh and when to just let me cry. And then, but one thing I don't like about him.
It's fine.
Huh?
It's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm ready. I know what it is.
Do you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I don't think I've ever told you this before.
I know.
So
That's what I do.
he sometimes he doesn't follow through on some of the things he does around the house, such as when he makes grilled cheese, he'll leave the cheese wrappers out, or the butter, or something to that effect. It's super small, and it doesn't bother me that much, so I try to, pick your battles, because that's kind of what marriage is about. So, I mean, but, it's one thing I dislike about you.
It's easy.
Moving on.
My cheeks hurt so bad.
How often do you have disagreements, and how do you work them out?
Oh, about twice a year, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have disagreements
Right.
a little more frequently, but like big old fights, we don't. That's
Really
not
have it
really
all.
a thing with us. Typically, I just tell him what I want, and then he obliges.
Right. I'll say no occasionally.
He does say no.
But not-
He does say no to me. I'm not totally
Twice a year.
spoiled.
But I mean, about exactly twice a year. I'm like, I'm
Let's
gonna go
not
no.
do that.
I have
But
2
you know,
cards, and I
whenever
turn
he
them
does
in.
that,
Like, this is my no card. Thank you.
whenever he does that, though, it's normally for a reason, and he explains that reason, and then we talk it through, and I feel like we're really good
You
communicators
communicate
with each other.
effectively.
Mm-hmm.
How would you describe yourself? How would you describe your partner?
I feel like we did this one already. Maybe this was a duplicate.
Kind of the
I
same
missed.
boat, you
Yeah.
know. I would describe myself as pretty laid back, and she's awesome. And then she'd probably describe me the same way.
Yeah, he is pretty laid back. He's very much the comedic relief of my side of the family and his side of the family, really. He is very much a person you go to when you want to get something done. He'll get it done. And then I am detail oriented. I like organization, like he said earlier. But that's not all of me. I like to do fun things, as long as they're organized. You know Monica from Friends? Very similar, but without the OCD of cleaning as extremely. I still am a little OCD when we clean. He is the cleaner for the most part. But when I clean, it has to be done a certain way. We're fun. I promise.
She's like, I'm learning so much about you guys. I never wanted to know. Us either. Go ahead.
What do you like most and least about yourself?
Oh, I'm fat. Oh yeah.
Do you like that most or least about yourself?
That's least. See, probably what I like it most about myself though is like, I don't know. Stop.
You sit up straighter.
Okay, it's fine. I was comfortable.
I know.
Okay, stop. I don't like that I have bad posture. I like how I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
I say
I like
unsurely.
being happy. Yeah.
Happy.
Being happy's good. I like, that I like organization.
It's the defining character. Really.
I like,
Oh, bad. There we go.
I kind of like being, I don't even know.
She
This
likes
is really
being a
hard.
redhead.
This is a really hard question.
She likes her hair. She's seriously like, she'll wake up and she'll look herself in the mirror and she's like, my hair's on point today. That's exactly what she does.
I feel like that only happens like once a month.
No way happens like once a week.
Easy. I don't think it does. We're gonna, so I like about myself, I like that I am strong. I like that I am brave. I like that I am a go-getter. I do not like that I'm a go-getter.
It's exhausting.
I'm a yes man. I say yes more than I should to tasks. Put more on my plate than I should, but it happens.
That was a
I'll
loaded question.
get over it. Yeah, I get on with it.
How important is religion to you?
It's not.
It's not to us. We were both raised Roman Catholic, so we have those values and those morals instilled into us. However, and we plan to carry those on with our child. However, we are not religious in any way, really.
We support other religions.
We support other religions. We just don't necessarily
have one of our own.
exactly.
Which is fine.
Are there any religious events, customs, or traditions you take part in?
Christmas.
Yep. We also go see family for Easter.
All about that Yuletide.
But that's it.
Give me that tree. Put it up. Throw some ball on it. It's fine.
Pass out those presents.
No tinsel though.
You get a
Don't like
present.
tinsel.
You get a present. You get a present. I love Christmas present shopping. next?
Factually accurate. Feel like we crushed that question. Proud of us.
This is going to be fun to transcribe later.
Are you open to multiples?
Yes.
I would love twins and done. Because I feel like they're just really convenient. But it's whatever. I'm not. No
I mean,
pressure.
we're not. No pressure. Yeah, don't feel like you need to split the ovum. Like, it's going to be fine. We are open to multiples, yes.
We are open to
That
multiples.
is the answer to the question.
Have you had any experiences with open adoption?
No. Yes?
The family I was talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Their
Oh,
youngest
yeah.
daughter is part of an open adoption. And she actually got to meet face to face because they live so far apart when she was 16. And it was a really good experience for her, and she really appreciated that. Her older sister was a closed adoption completely, and she has no problems with it as far as I know. So, yeah.
What is your neighborhood, school system, and community like?
All right. Beaver Creek rates, that's where we live, an 8 out of 10 on the national scale of like how good your school is. So, it's one of the reasons we picked there. Our neighborhood, we don't have any sidewalks or curbs or anything like that, but we're close to a lot of parks.
Mm-hmm.
We have a big backyard, like a acre and a half, privacy fenced in for the dogs.
And future children.
And future children, obviously. And our neighbors are really sweet. We just exchanged gifts this year. Like each neighbor, or we got them gifts and they got us gifts. It was really cool. Yeah, good family environment.
Yes. What was the rest of that question? Community?
Neighborhood,
No.
school system, and community. So you got hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Oh, I
we
crushed
hit it all. Crushed it.
Exactly what I
High
was
five.
about to say for that question. Yeet.
Describe your home to me.
Our house is a ranch-style house, so there's no stairs.
1,800 square feet.
1,800 square feet.
It's currently 3-bedroom, one bath, and a galley kitchen.
Yes.
Once we're done with the remodel, we'll have 4-bedroom, 2-bath with an actual kitchen
And a garage.
and a garage. Our backyard's our favorite feature.
It is.
Like you
It's
can
huge.
chuck a ball as hard as you can, and you won't hit the back of the fence. And the
Right.
dogs love
It's
it.
nice to be able to play fetch out there. Our house is carpeted currently, although we do want to put in hard floors. Each bedroom is sizable. They all have windows. Nice. The baby's room would have a nice window, a nice big window actually. I think it has the biggest window.
It does have the biggest bedroom window.
So we have the main house, and then there's been an addition put onto it. So there's like 2 bonus rooms. Once we're done with the remodel, those are going to become a master bedroom and dining room. But as of now, they're bonus rooms basically. So I mean, there's plenty of space to run around and play,
Big old rooms.
learn to walk, crawl, all that jazz.
How long have you lived there?
2 years.
2 years.
Almost 3.
Almost
3 in
3,
March.
yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah.
May.
May. It's close. Started with an M and an A.
What do you like or don't like about it?
Oh, we kind of hit that already.
Yeah, street. It's busy.
Street is a little bit busy.
It's a secondary crossover street.
And since there's no sidewalks, that can be a little bit of a deterrent. But
Right.
backyard's big enough, they shouldn't have, or any kids shouldn't have a reason to have to go in the front yard except to get to the car.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and we're really close to bike paths, like bike riding things
Yeah,
like that.
we do. We are
We
close.
can do all that stuff. So.
Mhm.
Are there a lot of children nearby?
We actually have 2 kids next door, and then 2 kids right behind us as well. The ones next door, I think, are 5 and 3.
Mm-hmm. And the ones behind us, I think they're twin girls, and I think they're about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Are there any adopted children?
Not that we know of. They've never mentioned that they're adopted. I know the ones next door are not adopted. But yeah, to the best of our knowledge, we don't think anybody is.
What kind of things are there in the neighborhood for children to see and do?
There is a park behind us.
Mm-hmm. Just a block and a half away. It's more of an open field kind of park, but there's also a playground a couple blocks away in the other direction as well.
Right. We're close to like everything Beaver Creek.
Right,
We're
yeah.
close to
There's
the
a
mall.
daycare right next to us. There's a mall right next to us. There's a bike path right next to us.
Right.
Lots
There's
of
a lot
different
stuff
things,
to do.
yeah.
Do you have close relationships with any extended family members?
We kind of have close relationships with my aunts and uncles on my mom's side.
Yeah, I mean, I have some. My dad's one of 10, and my mom's one of 14.
Right.
But I mean, I have some aunts and uncles I'm closer to than others, obviously.
Right, but not necessarily ones that would be super prominent in the baby's life necessarily.
Right.
Matt and Aunt, or the ones on my side would probably be
Most prominent.
more prominent for extended family, anyways.
Right.
As well as my grandparents. Yep.
What kind of relationship do you have with your immediate family?
My family we're pretty close to because they're closer to us geographically.
Mm-hmm. Mine live an hour and a half away. We see them for all the big holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if other stuff comes up, then we go up there and help out. So.
Yep. Not so much this year, but
right.
Hopefully in the
We've
future.
been busy.
Yeah. But yeah.
Who are you closest to and why?
My wife, because we're married?
No.
Plot twist?
No. We're closer to my family. These are the family questions.
Oh,
questions
okay.
about our family.
Okay.
Our families.
That's fair.
We're closer to my family because geographically we're closer to my sister and my parents and my brother, and then my other sister lives in California. But
right.
Yeah, geographically
You're
we're
like
closer,
10
and we're
minutes away.
all kind of close in age too. We're closer in age than we are with his family.
Yeah.
I think that was a close relationship question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're closer to you guys
because we live closer to you guys.
Tell me about
Ruin
the
whole
rest
video.
of your family.
The rest of the family,
Well, the extended family?
I guess.
Or like
maybe your family.
my family? Alright, so I have a mom and a dad, and I got 3 brothers and a sister. And my sister's closest to me in age, and she's 6.5 years older than me. My oldest brother is 14.5 years older than me. I was the baby. Yeah, Jeremy
Has 2 kids.
has 2 kids. Matt
Matt
has
has
3
3.
plus 3 fosters.
Mm-hmm.
Mike has 2 little girls. And Rachel doesn't have any kids, but she was in a bad accident.
So she is actually in a wheelchair now.
Right,
but-
and she lives with my parents.
But
yeah.
And then my family, I've got 2 younger sisters and 1 younger brother. My brother still lives at home with my parents. My first sister just got married recently. They do plan to have kids in the future. And then my youngest sister, Gabrielle, is pursuing a musical theater dream in LA.
And lives in Peppa Pig.
Yeah, and she's a Peppa Pig, so that's exciting. As of now.
Right.
Things might change eventually. Might get something.
What does your family think about your decision to adopt?
They approve.
Yes. It's not really talked about in necessarily like they approve or disapprove,
Right.
but like
It didn't
they're
need a
on
big
board.
discussion. They
Yeah,
were like,
there wasn't a discussion.
we're like, hey, we're going to
needed.
adopt. And they're like,
Okay,
all right,
cool.
Do any of your siblings have children?
We went through that already.
Yes.
What are some of your favorite family traditions? Do you have any special family events or reunions?
We don't have any reunions.
Well, we have a Link reunion now that Grandpa's passed.
Oh. I
On
missed
my
that.
side. Well, it's in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
We had other stuff going on.
Oh, yeah,
But
we
yes,
did.
we have reunions. We hit all the major holidays like
Mhm.
Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas.
We split our time, so we go to every holiday from every side because they all have them on different days, so it
Right.
makes it easier for us to do that. My favorite family event that we go to is my mom's side. They have a Christmas party the Saturday before Christmas Eve, and I really enjoy going to that and helping bake for it.
Yay.
Do you have any other children, and if so, are they biological or adopted?
No.
What are your hopes and dreams for your children?
Children.
Children. It says child and then Ren in parentheses.
I think the main thing is that we just want them to be happy and healthy, or as healthy as they can be, depending on how they're born.
Right.
I think that's really it. Like, I don't care if they become a real estate agent or a doctor or a lawyer or a garbage man or anything. I just want them to become
what they want to do.
Good humans that do good in the world.
Right.
What kind of child care plans do you have immediately after the baby comes home and afterwards? Will one of you be staying home?
I get 4 weeks paternity leave, so I will be taking that to take care of the baby.
He also gets 5 weeks of
I also
vacation
get
in
5 weeks of
2020.
vacation in 2020, if we get in 2020. But I keep rolling over a week, so I'll always have 5 weeks.
Right.
For like the first 5 years.
Yeah.
So yes, I have plenty of vacation time. We looked at up until the 8 weeks point, then looking at maybe 2 days at a child care facility, or I don't know, what's the word for that? I mean, it's child care facility.
Early educational center?
Yeah, early educational center. Her mom has volunteered to go 2 days a week, and then we have another day that we're going to figure out how to do that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we got time.
We'll get to it.
Right.
Then I think I get 6 weeks, right. And then I get 2 weeks of vacation. However, if we don't get a child until 2021, I can roll over up to 2 weeks of vacation, so I could potentially have 4 weeks next year, or in 2 years, depending on when the child is born.
Yes.
How would you describe your parenting style?
Don't know.
I'm not parents yet.
I like to imagine that we have a schedule for our kid, like a sleep schedule. Routine will be clear. Just because I feel like that's going to be beneficial for the kid, just so that they know what's coming, and all that jazz. I like to think we'll be fun. We'll do fun activities with them. Maybe go out once a week to like the zoo.
Be very experience heavy.
Experience heavy, yes. I think extracurriculars are important, though I don't want to push them to do anything that they don't want to do.
Right. But to do something would be nice.
Right. To do something will be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we
don't know what we don't know.
We don't know what we don't know. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
What kind of discipline techniques will you use?
I believe in timeout.
I think timeout's a good one.
I believe in talking through it when the child gets upset. I think obviously you have to adapt to like what the child needs. Like sometimes timeout doesn't work, so it's taking something away or making activity they don't like to do, like probably cleaning or something like that. But yeah, more of that approach.
What do you think makes a happy, well-balanced child?
Experiences.
I think learning in different ways is going to help make a happy child. Like if they are more of a hands-on learner, we can go out in the garden and they can learn more about those types of things. If they're more of a reader, we can get books. Lots of different things we could do.
Right.
Podcasts are a thing now, so I mean,
yeah,
loads of possibilities.
So
I think because a child is constantly learning, like no matter what, especially from the ages of 0 to 5. So like, if we can get them educated without making them feel like they're being educated, I feel like that'll make them happy, still have fun times, and they're not just always sitting there on a tablet or computer or something,
right,
doing nothing with their time.
What types of activities and interests are you excited to share with your child?
Football. Not to play it, just watch it.
Yeah. I think sporting events will be fun with the kids. Right. I think going to see shows with the kids, like whether that's Peppa or like the Nutcracker or another fun show that they would want to see. Right. I'm excited to go to Disney World with them. So excited to go to Disney World with them. That's a big thing in my family. Yeah. Excited to do a lot of things with them, but I can't really necessarily pinpoint any of them right off the top of my head.
There's so much to do.
So much to do, and there's so much to show them about the world, and I feel like they should see as much of it as we can
Promote.
That's a good word.
When do you plan to tell your child that they are adopted?
Well, I'd say probably as soon as possible. Not as soon as possible. Like, I'm not like, you're 4 weeks old, like, you're adopted.
They're not going to understand that.
I don't want to say that conversation is not going to be very fulfilling, but
I think we're just not going to hide it, like, from the get-go. Like, they're obviously, because they're going to have siblings, and they're going to notice that my belly is not getting bigger while their aunt's belly will be getting bigger whenever she has a kid. So I feel like it doesn't make sense to hide it from them. They should know from the get-go that they are adopted.
Right.
How important is education and learning in your home? What kind of education do you plan to provide for this child?
Well, for early development, we're looking at things like sign language, maybe multiple languages, probably Spanish, English, obviously, because that's the only thing I know how to speak. I'm a terrible person.
We'll learn it with them.
Obviously,
I'd love to do foreign trips with them. I think that would be really fun.
Right. And then obviously, the main part of school that everybody has to do, post-secondary, like college, trade schools, things like that, we'll support, but they're not necessarily needed if that's not what they want to do.
Right. We don't want to force them to go to college and spend thousands of dollars if that's not what they want to do. Like, if they want to be a plumber and go to trade school,
that's fine.
That's fine. We don't care. Or if they want to become an apprentice somewhere, that's fine too.
Right.
We don't care as long as they decide to do something with their life and not sit at home until they're 35. We love you, but, you gotta spread your wings.
What if your child isn't interested in education?
We have to make the education interesting to them.
Yeah,
so whether because maybe they don't learn the way their teacher is teaching them.
Right.
So, like, if we need to do supplemental education, such as, like, they learn better on a computer through tutorials, or if they learn better by reading a book, or if they learn better by listening to an audiobook or a podcast, or
applying real life
applications. Like yeah. I feel like it'll be important to make sure that they know at least the things through high school, and they find those interesting and find that it's important
we'll just have
to have that education. Yes. I feel like we're very adaptable people.
What do you plan to do if down the road your child shows or doesn't show an interest in religion or in a different religion from you?
Support it.
Support it, yeah. I don't see a problem with them having a religious preference, no matter what the religion, really.
Right. Yeah.
We'll support it. We'll take them to mass or mosque or wherever they need to go until they're able to drive. And then, if they need to practice any religious things while they're in our home, then we'll let them and educate ourselves on what exactly they need to do to get there.
So these are questions regarding the birth mother.
Mm-hmm.
So, what kind of relationship would you like to have with me?
I mean, whatever one you want.
Right. We don't care
if you want to be involved, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. I mean, it's your life. We're not going to tell you how involved you need to be.
Right. I think it's important that if you want to know later down the line, I feel like exchanging at least contact information would be good. Because I know my aunt adopted. I totally forgot. She put one of her kids up for adoption when she was younger, and I totally forgot about that. She and later down the line she wanted to know more about him, so she ended up tracking him down and finding him. I think that contact information is important, whether that's an email address that you keep in your back pocket or a P.O. box or something along those lines. I think in case the child wants to know more, or if you want to know more about us and what's going on, then I think that contact should be available at least. Right.
How comfortable are you living with someone like me in your life?
fine.
Yeah, I don't see an issue with it at all. We're all different. None of us are perfect. I mean, you, except for my sister Mary. None of us are perfect. We're all different. I feel like we all have different life paths and different choices to make, so I don't see an issue at all.
Yeah, neither.
I'm not perfect for anybody listening, but
No one asked for commentator notes. Let's go.
Jeez, Mary.
are you open to visits?
Yes.
I think as long as they're done in moderation.
How do you plan to keep in touch?
Again, it's up to you.
Yep,
We
whatever
can do
communication.
letters, phone calls, visitations.
Emails.
Right. Whatever your preferred mode of communication is.
How open are you to having other members of my family being involved in your child's life?
I feel like that's fine. We understand that other members of the family would want to be involved as well. We would do our best to make it work for everybody, but there might be circumstances where we can't meet those needs, and we just hope that they're understanding of that.
What if my child's father wants to / doesn't want to be part of this relationship?
If he does, that's fine. If he doesn't, that's fine as well. We can support or not support to whatever degree we need to.
Yeah, whether they want to or don't want to, I feel like we would just kind of have a blanket statement over all of the family members of like how many visitations there can be at a certain point, or whatever we would decide on together.
Right. Communication would be key.
Right, communication. We don't want to favor like the birth father over the birth mother or vice versa or anything like that when it comes to communication and visitation, unless that's your preference.
Right.
How do you plan to refer to me to your child and to other members of your family?
That is how you want
Whatever
to be
you
referred
want
to.
to, yeah, whatever you want to do. I personally was thinking aunt, but I mean, whatever
Right.
you want to do.
There's lots of things.
There's lots of different titles we could give you to show with our aunt, to show our child, or
Okay.
let our child use.
Okay. Well, I think that covers all of our questions, so thank you for watching for 42 minutes.
Yep, sorry it
We'll
was
put
so
timestamps
long.
on the questions.
Yeah, we'll try to, yeah. But
And we'll have written responses as well.
yes,
if you don't want
we
to
will
watch
have
videos.
this transcribed.
So,
Though, if you got this far, you probably don't want to read it all again.
right.
But you guys have a great day.